The Adidas Group is a great big family. However, you're probably dying to know more about Reebok, the brand within the Adidas Group you now work for. Well, let's learn more about it.
A brief history of Reebok in exactly 3 minutes. Ready? Let's go. To find the roots of Reebok, you've got to go all the way back here to 1895 in a place called Bolton, England with a guy named J.W. Foster. Foster was selling shoes to runners all over the UK when he came up with what sounded like a crazy idea. He realized by driving nails into the soles of athletic shoes, runners were getting better traction and winning more races, including races in the 1924 Olympics by runners immortalized in the movie Chariots of Fire. Yeah, that one. Today, that crazy idea is now called a running spike, and the basic idea is still being used by elite athletes everywhere. 1895, J.W. Foster. Hey, that sounds familiar. Ever been to Reebok's world headquarters in Canton? Yep, that's where that comes from. Fast forward about 50 years to 1958 when J.W. Foster's grandsons changed the name to Reebok. This is a Reebok. It's a fleet-footed African gazelle. Google it. We don't have time, because the modern history of Reebok starts here. In 1979, when the Foster boys met a fireman. Nope, not that kind. This guy, Paul Fireman. Paul was selling sporting goods equipment from his hometown of Brockton, Mass. when he went to a trade show in Chicago. When he saw Reebok, he decided to take his life savings and take a chance, buying the exclusive U.S. distribution rights. For the first few years, Reeboks was a couple of running shoes being sold mostly on card tables at road races around the country. But things were about to change, because at about that time, this happened. From church basements to YMCAs, a whole new industry was taking shape. Firemen and a team of young designers saw a need and decided to create a shoe specifically for fitness. And they had a crazy idea. Instead of using traditional materials, they'd make the upper out of soft garment leather, and they'd call it the Freestyle. Business exploded, and the Freestyle became one of the hottest selling shoes in history, and Reebok became a leader in the industry, not just developing shoes, but by developing innovative fitness programs to use them in, and enlisting an army of instructors to do the training. Then in 1989, another crazy idea, and another breakthrough innovation.
This is your pump. Push this little thing here, and you just pump. Pump, pump, pump.
The pump was already selling millions when Dee Brown took it to a whole new level at the 1991 NBA Slam Dunk Contest, and soon everybody was pumping up for a custom fit. New innovations and new technologies continued throughout the 90s, and in 1996, Reebok decided to take a chance on an edgy young NBA rookie with his own signature style and a killer crossover.
These are good questions. Very good questions.
It was the perfect marriage of an athlete and a company who weren't afraid to challenge the status quo. That's exactly what happened in the early 2000s when Reebok signed first-of-its-kind league-wide apparel deals with the NBA, NFL, and NHL. Or later when Reebok and Jay-Z teamed up to create the S. Carter, the first signature shoe created by a music artist. Soon after that, Adidas and Reebok would come together. Now, Reebok is finding new energy and inspiration by pushing the boundaries in today's world of fitness, taking chances, doing things differently, with just a little hint of crazy. That's the history of Reebok, and that's a spirit that will drive the company into the future. Kind of like driving a nail through a running shoe.